Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch and welcome to my studio. Today I'm gonna show you how to paint an eucalyptus branch using a masking liquid, which allows us to concentrate just on watercolor flow and don't care about painting small tiny little details. So let's start. I carefully apply the masking liquid right from the tube. You could also use, for example, a fine brush to do this if you do not have mask liquid in a tube. It also works pretty fine. Just use some brush you do not plan to use for painting later on. I already prepared a sketch of eucalyptus and I closed the thin branches with masking liquid. And the first step I'm just covering the back side with water and with any wide brush. And I turn back my painting and try to glue it on wet part. And now I go carefully. I try not to go on the leaves, just watering the background. Careful, but no need to be very precise on this stage. Just try to be relatively close to the leaves and not to cover them with water, but don't try to go around all the details. We will do it later. At this stage it's not necessary at all. And if you're wondering, I'm using just a plastic mat. I got it maybe 10-15 years ago, and it's just something from some building materials shops, so it doesn't really matter what do you use. So now comes the fun part. I already prepared a diluted mixture of Van Gogh 373 Dusk pink. It's also called a shimmering pink. And what I'm doing now, I will need a thicker brush like this, and this is soft brush, squirrel brush. One more trick. I put a duct tape here to make our painting, to give it some angle. And now you see what I'm doing. I'm just distributing the mixture on the paper, and now I try to be careful and go along the leaves. But also remember, it's rather an abstract painting. Again, no need to be botanically precise and worried if you paint something what you did not plan. And that's the fun part with watercolor. You see, it's distributing by itself, and this type of colors, they're really very playful. They just divide it into particles, darker and lighter, and it plays around all the painting. And see how convenient to use the mask liquid for these big water experiments. So you could just pay attention to the background and don't try to focus on keeping the branches wide, which is very convenient. Nothing can distract your attention. And one more trick, I'm taking water in a spray and just go a little bit here to add some flow. And when you experiment, you will notice that, for example, the more bold your mixture is, the more it is intense. But you could also dissolve it, make it a little bit lighter. For example, I really want on the bottom and on the right side to make it a little bit lighter, not that contrast. Again, you see, I go with my brush just over this mask liquid. Nothing really bothers me. I could just paint with very bold brush strokes. I just need to go around the leaves, which is relatively easy because leaves has nice round shape and they're relatively big. At the end, I just watering my brush and I distribute the color a little bit here. For example, here it's already dry. I want to play a little bit more around. Like this, for example. I do not like, you see, these big puddles. What I do, I dry a brush and I keep it vertical like this, and now it works like a sponge. See, oops, all the water is in my brush again. Make their shapes more certain, and as we put some water, applied some water on beneath, it keeps the paper watering for a long while, so it allows us to make some corrections, to add some details. Maybe I would like to add some tiny little strokes to some leaves. Just a bit. And you see how beautiful it distributes, how beautiful it plays with itself, and really we do not need to do much with this kind of colors. They're really fun. Just final touches. And our eucalyptus branch is ready. It will dry a little bit, and we will see what will be at the end. Now it's time to remove the masking liquid, and try to do it very carefully with soft moves. Don't pull the mask liquid, otherwise it could destroy the watercolor paper. So just very carefully with the tip of your finger roll it out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed the process, and I hope you got tons of ideas how to apply masking liquid later on. I'm looking forward to see your paintings. Tag me on Instagram, olga.koelsch, subscribe my channel, and see you next time. Bye bye!